Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I know. It's been a long time since I made a video. I'm working nights and I live in Colorado. It's winter and it's cold, so give me a break. But today, I'm really excited. Let's get into this one. So if you're anything like me, you bought a board, you rode it for a little bit, and then you kind of wanted to personalize it, make it your own, or upgrade it, right? That's why I went to the clad wheels. I put the Nebula on this. I got my ShredLights. Like, I did things to the board to make this board better suit my needs and my riding style. Now with that, there's been something that I've always wanted to do to any of my boards that I just never have, for whatever reason. There's a couple different reasons. I'll get into it. But I've never messed with the bushings. I've tightened them down, I've made them looser, but I've never replaced the factory bushing that came with my board. I know. Everybody's swearing by Riptide bushing. I've been on their site multiple times. Almost ordered some, more than a couple times. But honestly, I didn't know what I'm ordering. I didn't want to waste my money. And then I kind of just didn't do it. But all that's about to change. Thankfully, because of Onsra California. So, if you don't know, Onsra California sell Onsras. Their discount code in the description. That's what they do. They sell Onsras. They're their own private company, but they resell them here in the United States for Onsra. So, looking on their website, I saw this. They have an entire kit of Riptide bushing that they have put together, and they have it in different weight categories. So, it's pretty simple then. You just have to go on, find your weight range, and buy a bushing kit. And the Riptides. Are they correct? Are they any good? I don't know, but I'm excited. I want to replace the bushing on that board, see if it makes any difference, or see if it makes as big a difference as everybody claims, and see if the kit from Onsra California is any good. So, I'm going to rip this all apart. We're going to look at the kit. I'm going to get bushing on it. I'm going to find some time where it's actually sunny outside to ride, and I'm going to let you all know. So, let's go. Let's get started. So first, let's look at what all comes with that kit. So you see multiple different bushings, end caps or whatever they're called, pivot caps, washers. Comes with just about everything but the nuts, right, for your trucks. But this all looks kind of, you know, where does all this go? Well, luckily, Riptide includes a picture, so back truck, front truck, and it includes a picture of exactly which bushing for which one go where. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say about that. They made this Rama proof, honestly. I got nothing. So let's get the board flipped over and let's start this. So I'm going to start off with the front truck. I won't bore you with all this. I'm going to rip it all apart. I know my board is so dirty it drives some of you guys nuts, but I'm going to clean up the board, pull the front truck apart, get the bushing off, and then I'll update you on how the process goes. Okay, so I have the front all ripped apart and everything wiped down. All the old bushings are right here with the nuts. It comes with all new washers. So these pivot caps have to go in here. They're for the little nubs. I think that's going to be the biggest pain of trying to get these out. I think that's going to be a pain because I don't really want to damage them, but I got to get them out somewhere. So let's look at our diagram here and figure out which one to go where. So looking at our diagram, they really did make this Rama proof. So we got the front trucks, the deck down here. So the first bushing down here is going to be this one, then this, then here for last. It gives me another bushing with the pivot caps, and it says in this little description that they gave this to me to replace the third one here if I want it more carvy. So I'm guessing this is a softer bushing, but we're going to use the set that they recommend first and then go from there. So it looks like these are actually going to come out pretty well. I'm just using a knife and trying to break whatever seal, if there is a seal all the way around it. I mean, it's rubber and metal, so it's going to stick a little bit, but I'm just going to keep working it. It looks like if I just keep going around and working it up, like I said, I'm not trying to cut these or damage these, but as you can see, it's coming out. So I'll keep doing that. I'll get these out and then I'll bring you all back. So the one in the board, or in the top of the truck, is kind of being a pain. So I grabbed some pliers, and that's a lot easier way to do it. So, doesn't look like I damaged it. Good to go. Old one's out. Grab the new ones. I'll wipe that off with a rag. I don't want any dirt or anything in here. A lot of the dirt, a lot of the squeaking that you hear in bushings is because of dust and dirt in there. So you do want to clean them out the best that you can. See if these just slide in. And it did. Slid right in there. So there's that one. We're about 5 minutes into the project. This hasn't taken long at all, even with recording and with being very careful. So doesn't take long at all. There's that. Now we're gonna get our first bushing on. I'm gonna use the washer that they supplied. I want to use everything they supplied so I get the full experience. Now we'll use our second bushing. It's the same on both sides. This side kind of has a little bit more of a curve on the lip. This is a very sharp lip, so I'm going to put the sharp lip down. Washer on top. Done the nut. I won't bore you with tightening this down. I'll get this tightened down a little bit. And then, I mean, I'm pretty self-explanatory on the other ones. I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to put the washer, then this bushing, washer, put the nut on, then I'll bring you back. And that's that. So front's back together. I think total time, even with recording, about 10 minutes. So it's not a hard process at all. Simple hand tool. I mean, I just used the skate tool because I took the top one all the way off, and then once the actual truck is off, you can actually get in here with the skate tool. But pair of pliers, skate tool, a knife, which I guess isn't required. I mean, it's simplistic tools, that's all you need. This was actually really, really simple to do, to replace all of those. I'm sure most of you guys have torn this all apart like I have many times, and you know that it's simple. But yeah, front's done. I'm going to do the rear, and as long as the rear goes the same with the front, you won't see it, and then I'll be done. Let's see the finished product. And that's that. So the back went on as easy as the front, and I'm done. So I just want to say shout out to Onsra California for putting this kit together and making this really easy for people that don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of exactly what barrels and what everything that they should use where and for what weights and everything else. So we'll see if it works for 150 to 200 pound rider. I'm sitting at 185-ish. With gear and stuff, I'm closer to 200. But let's get it out there. Let's see if it actually works, see if it's any better. And that's it. Like I said before, there's a discount in the description. Just go to the Onsra California link and use discount code Rama5. And you can get a discount from anything that they're selling. So thanks to Riptide and Onsra California for putting all that together, and I hope it makes a big difference. Let's go try it. Alright, not the warmest day, but it's above freezing and the sun's out, so time to try these out. Okay, I'm not even 100 yards from my house, and I can already tell that I'm going to absolutely love the bushings. I think they're going to be problematic at high speed, but I'm not a high-speed rider. I like carving, and I like maneuverability, and these things are super smooth. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you can't buy Riptide bushings and go at high speed. I'm just saying that they're probably going to need to be stiffer than what these are. So I bought the 150 to 200 pound rider kit from Onsra California. If you go heavier than that, then they're going to be stiffer, right? So these might not, and I'm at the very top end of these. With all my kit and stuff, I have to be sitting at 200. You know, 195 to 200 with fully clothed, my backpack and everything else. But holy cow, are these things smooth. I really wish that I had done this a long time ago, because I've loved the experience of riding and carving, but this is just on a whole nother level. I'm not blowing smoke. This is actually really awesome. So let's keep going. Okay, so I just got done with my ride. It was a short ride, like 10 miles. You guys know me, and you know that I'm not gonna blow smoke. If something is terrible and it sucks and a waste of money, I'm gonna tell you that. And in this case, it's the exact polar opposite. I can't think of a single upgrade that I've done to any of my boards that match the upgrading the bushings. I don't even know how to explain it. That 10 miles, even though I'm cold outside and I just went 10 miles, all I did was go to the gas station and back, buy some energy drinks. That's it. And that was probably one of the most pleasurable rides I've ever had on a board. I'm not joking about that. I cannot believe the difference in just changing out the bushings. Also, I had said when I first started that I think that at top speed, at high speed, it's going to be problematic. That wasn't the case. So I only went up to 25 miles an hour, and yes, it did get like it felt floaty, right? It did get real loose and floaty, but I have the loose, and the bushing have way more flexibility from side to side than the bushing that were in there previously. I can turn and carve way harder than the bushing that were in there previously, and they're actually more stable at high speed. Now, I'm not saying they're great for high speed. It still went floaty, and I think anything over what I'm doing, I'm going to get the death wobble. But with that being said, seriously, this is the single best upgrade I've ever done to any of my boards. And the feeling was amazing. If you were thinking about upgrading the bushings to the Riptides, just go ahead and do it. If you weren't thinking about it, you need to start thinking about it. This was amazing. I can't believe how good this board feels now. It just cements the Onsra, especially the Black Carve version 2, being my favorite board. I'm at a loss of words. I'm dumbfounded. I really wish I would have done this sooner. I really wish I would have done this when I first started. So anybody that out there that had suggested, hey, you need to get the Riptide bushings, thank you very much for keep pestering me. I finally did it. And thank you very much for Onsra California for putting this kit together and just making it that much easier for people that don't want to have to sit there and thumb through the entire Riptide page and everything. You made it, Rama proof. I just keep saying that because I didn't know what to buy, and I really didn't want to try. And Onsra California put together a kit, based it off of weight, and here you go. And it works amazing. I can't believe it. Yeah, anybody that asks me what their first upgrade should be to any board that they have, go buy Riptide bushings. But do me and yourself a favor and ride it with the original bushing for a while, like 50 to 100 miles or whatever, and then upgrade them, because you won't fully appreciate them until you know what the board feels like out of the box. And then once you upgrade them, it's just night and day difference. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. Yeah, it just re-inspired me for this board. It re-inspired me to get back out there on the Onsra Black Carve. I know I still owe you a video on the Cali, but that was just such an amazing ride. I'm so happy with the upgrade that I've done to this board. From the Nebula to the Cloud Wheel to the Riptide bushing. This thing perfect for me. I'm really excited. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Leave the comments down below if you have Riptide bushing. If you've ever used them, then go ahead and throw them comments down there, because I'd be willing to bet they're all going to be positive comments, and that's just going to help everybody else out there make their purchase and their decisions. So do me a favor, if you've bought them singularly off of the website, then go ahead and put that down there on what you were buying or whatever to help people out. But like I said, go to Onsra California. They have a full kit. It makes it Rama proof. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next one.